I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He wants to throw. He makes a catch. Oh, look out on the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You can tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
At the 38-yard line. Brings up second down.
Now on second down. Rides to the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Forced out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got the quick pass. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After misfiring, it's second down. Quarterback will keep it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. And they forget the kick. He's going to throw it. The Mad Hatter lives. Les Miles back from oblivion. Fakes. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. Smith dropping to pass. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Touchdown, Texas.
The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to take off. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball down here.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
To the ground with the back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback checking the play. Smith wants to throw. And the junior was late on the release, and he threw it behind him. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season. Like, spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the football, and that's why he's one of the best in all of college football.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
The pitch. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown Longhorns! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Number 0 in the end zone.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 flash today. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. I once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Running back searching for a hole. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Smith dropping to pass. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got an open man. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. Offense set on 1st down. He's going to pass. Back open in the middle. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Smith wants to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll pull it down and run. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This is a designed run. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the 1st down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big 1st down.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man quickly. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. A strike downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. They've already put one field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defense.
Open runway ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Smith dropping to pass. Buys a little extra time. Got him downfield. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. That big play. Business, 1st and 10 inside the 20. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback keeps it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down and
headed to the end zone. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the stomping has commenced. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He takes it at the 45. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Texas offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a crease to the left. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. The toss sweep to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, they get another big run for a 1st down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
He's marked down at the 16-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Smith wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Wants to throw on 3rd. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, 3rd and short, the offense dials up the screen, expecting the pass rush to come upfield, man-to-man, but it just simply does not work. Defense stays home, and they force the incompletion.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Using his feet to buy time. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
South Carolina, 13.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion.
1st down for the offense.
Got it in the middle. It's strong. They make the stop. Up, it's still short of the 1st down. Now on 2nd down after the good 1st down run. They keep attacking through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Strong. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
First down.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Gamecocks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but...
Touchdown, South Carolina! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Virginia is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Syracuse. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now. And Eddie,
he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the catch down the right side. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Here's the handoff. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Back to the ground with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They go to the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space.
Touchdown, Longhorn! And the route is on. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. get set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Going for it all. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Still on his feet at the 45. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. He wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And credit to the offense, sticking with the run, but, man, it's not working. And this defense is not budging. And we've seen them all season. They've been so dominant. I do think it's going to have to come through the air. And you're going to have to turn your quarterback loose, let him rip the football, because this defense is so stout against the run.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating.
And the pass hits, picked off.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
Small gain, I know. But, again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
He'll pitch it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They move the tight end all over. It's reverse. Open space at the 25. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
Yeah, and obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
They'll run it from the gun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the big fella. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Touchdown, Texas! And the beatdown has ensued.
Texas.
They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you... job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning.
Get set, get set.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. One. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Now on the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Hard running there. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapted. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Getting some heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. And you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Fires toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Number 5.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
20.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Makes a move. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
And the Texas offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
It leads to 2nd down.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Smith dropping to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. So down, but just out of bounds on the left sideline in the end zone. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.